Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, it is officially day 2 of this week and the first day after the inauguration. Things are looking good. Yesterday, the U.S. stock market was closed. Today, it's looking pretty green and it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin and crypto. So, let's talk about the huge moves ahead for both Bitcoin and crypto and why you should act now. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. Good morning, and we are starting out the day right around $105,000, which pretty good. Yesterday we touched upon 99, and we're back up. And remember, we were just at a new high, 109,000, just a day and a half ago. It is not too far off. And today, if Wall Street FOMO's in, which I think they will, because it's the first day after President Trump takes home. We'll see. Wall Street, they're very reactionary. They react to things really quickly, and they didn't have a chance to buy yesterday. So today it could be a total FOMO day for Wall Street. Now, any developments from Trump himself? Not really. No crypto orders yet. He did say that he's going to impose that 25% tariff he said before on Canada and Mexico, starting in February. I don't know what this has to do with crypto, but but he has stated this. So it did get Trudeau pretty fearful before, and that's what started a whole conversation about Canada becoming the 51st state so that they can avoid the tariffs. I don't know what's going to happen here. And I don't know what Mexico is thinking about this. Haven't heard a lot about it, but we'll see if that actually takes place and what's going to happen. But this now does relate to crypto. And this was already stated last week that the Treasury Secretary, basically the new Treasury Secretary, said that he does not believe, we will implement a CBDC. And it does seem like this may be one of the executive orders from Trump, stating that, hey, as a nation, we will not be creating a CBDC to protect financial privacy. Otherwise, there's fears that the U.S. government or any government that creates a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, will be tracking its citizens and all moves. Because there's no way to hide any transactions on the blockchain. So there's a lot of fear that this is just, this is going to go down the wrong path, right? This is going to allow government to more closely track and survey its citizens. So let's see if this becomes executive order. This has been talked about for a while now, right? So this could be really good if this comes to be. What else is there? The Department of Government Efficiency website added this. The official website of the United States government. And now you have Doge on there. I'm surprised that this actually didn't pump Dogecoin, but this was added. Vivek actually is out, so this is basically led by Elon and Elon alone. So now that Trump is president and we got a new SEC chair or acting chair right now, does this mean that Elon is now able to once again, shield Doge like he did in the past? Maybe. They even put the Doge symbol or logo in the source code of the website. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Anyways, moving past, a lot of people are waiting for Trump to make his executive orders, which, again, yesterday was day 1, right? He probably had a lot of things going on. He didn't make any moves. That doesn't mean he won't do it today or the rest of the week. So all eyes are on Trump. But in the meantime, Saylor's like, I'm going to keep taking advantage. I'm going to DCA some more. And bought another 11,000 Bitcoin for $1.1 billion. Again, never enough for this guy. And it's the right attitude. Everyone should think there's not enough, or they don't have enough. And they should keep on accumulating, because we know Bitcoin is going to go a lot higher. There are major moves ahead, especially if Trump starts implementing some of his executive orders this week. But this is not all, though. If you're a MicroStrategy shareholder, you may want to vote upon this. Saylor, again, likes to leverage MicroStrategy to buy more Bitcoin. So he is proposing that the shares of MicroStrategy be ballooned from 330 million to 10.3 billion. That's not even a 10x. That's more than 100x, or 30x, no, 300x, something like that. It's crazy. It's 300x. And this is all because he wants more money to buy more Bitcoin. And here's the thing, since he controls 47% of the votes, most likely this is going to go through. So on one hand, this is pretty crazy to be diluting your shares by like 300x so that you can sell it to buy more Bitcoin. On the other hand, I guess you could say this is genius, because no one else would be even considering doing this. So I don't know what this is going to do to the share price, but hopefully it goes in the right direction for shareholders. But as for Bitcoin itself, we know that it's in a supply shock. It's getting rarer and rarer as these big companies and institutions buy more. It's going to get more rare with the United States buying soon and states buying. Yeah, I mean, Utah is now considering it. All these states are considering putting Bitcoin to reserve. The best thing to do is just buy more. Load up as much as you can right now. Ignore the volatility, because there are huge moves ahead. I wonder if someone's at the front door right now. Oh, there is. I don't know who it is, though. All right. What else is there? El Salvador is adding more to its reserve. So that's not a surprise. 1 Bitcoin per day, and continues to add more and more and more and more. Now they have like $500 million worth of Bitcoin, and will continue. Bank of America CEO says they are ready to adopt crypto payments if regulators give the green light. So we know that banks have been FOMOing already. They're still kind of like not easy about the whole thing, because, crypto is like something that they shunned for a very long time, and it kind of threatens them too. But, it's one of those things you gotta adopt, or you're just going to be left in the dust, so to speak, right? So even though they may not all like it, they are preparing for it, and they're going to embrace it. They're going to have to. All right, last few things about Bitcoin. Right now, what's interesting is this is the first cycle in Bitcoin's history where institutional adoption is skyrocketing while retail investors is coming down. It's only coming down because the institutional adoption is skyrocketing, okay? So it's not like retail investors are really all dumping their Bitcoin. It's just that a lot of people, are now going to memes, going to a lot of the L1s, L2 other crypto projects besides Bitcoin, and institutions are just like totally dominating and buying as much as they can, right? So again, I've said this before, these institutions are not going to stop. They're going to keep on going, and it seems like they have infinite amount of money. So you got to grab as much as you can before we make that next leg up. And this is what it's looking like from a chart perspective, right? We have been going up and down, but overall just sideways once again. We have seen many periods, okay, where we go sideways for weeks or months, for a half year sometimes, and then we break out. And we have been going sideways, even though we just made a brand new high 2 days ago, right? We may see that next leg soon. And if we're looking at how Bitcoin is moving according to the last 2 cycles, now the orange and the red, they were 2 cycles ago when Bitcoin was still very, 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 very young and early. But if you're looking at how we're moving now versus the last 2 cycles, the 2021 cycle and the 2017 cycle, we are more or less mimicking the 2017 cycle to the T. Now, 2021 cycle was not normal because we knew that SBF and FTX did a lot of shenanigans behind the scenes. Also, it was when Fed Chair Powell started announcing that he was going to raise rates like crazy. And plus, we had COVID happen at the same time. So the last cycle was very unusual. But regardless, despite all those things, Bitcoin still made a new high and kept going. But if you're looking at the black line right now, we are really following the blue trend, which is the 2017 cycle. We're following it almost exactly, right? The same. And what does that mean? Well, if you look at a blue right after, like right around this time, from January, right after inauguration till December, parabolic. But throughout the parabolic rise, back in 2017, I lived through that. There were many, 30, 35%, 40% dips. We don't see those anymore. We could continue to see our 5 to 8% dips. But man, back then it was wild. It was really, really wild, right? And the last thing I'll say about Bitcoin is this. We're moving according to plan. Like I said, it mimics right now our current movement, the 2017 cycle. But even if you compare it to the 2021 cycle, we are moving in the same direction. All right, what else is there? There's not a whole lot more. I saw this. Solana, obviously, still a lot of enthusiasm over what happened with the Trump coin, with Melania coin, and so many others, right? Solana is blowing up, but there is one problem, though, that's slowing it down now. Coinbase is having problems saying that their deposits of any Sol-based tokens may take up to 17 hours to process. So there's something wrong internally, because I know Sol was congested, but they're not this bad. So something specifically is happening within Coinbase, where I think it's requiring them to kind of manually sort transactions or deposits or something. I don't know, but this may be a reason why we haven't seen that bounce back yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I think if the market continues to head higher and we get more memes, it's going to cause a lot more volume and activity happen on Solana. So they better get ready for that. And then we got XRP. XRP achieves a major milestone. Number of XRP wallets has risen by 1 million in the past year. And most of that is within the last 3 months since Trump got elected. So XRP is flying through the roof. So good for XRP. And last night I covered the Made in America coins, the top American crypto projects, and XRP is leading the way at number 1. And I'm proud to say that I own the only copy of the most educational video ever created about Ripple. I'll leave it with that. All right, that's pretty much it. Overall, let's see. The stock market, U.S. market is green except for NASDAQ. NASDAQ a little weird. MicroStrategy and Coinbase not doing so well right now. Robinhood is doing well. Bitcoin came down a little bit, but still. You have like Chainlink today, American-based project, heading up to 26. Sui's up a little bit, 445. XRP above 311. Sol above 250. Cardano trying to climb to 1. Not a bad day. Little recovery, but I do think we're going to see more goodness as the day continues. All right, let's do some Q&A. Let's see if I missed anything. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Someone's asking, recovery of Trump coin or not? I mean, it seems to have found a bottom at 6 billion. It didn't dump more than that. Melania has dumped more than that. That makes sense. Trump coin still has a chance. All it takes is one tweet from him. All he has to do is like tweet something out, and that thing is going to start exploding again. But so I think it has a chance. But I don't know if it's a one and done deal. He made a few tweets and that's it, or he's going to continue to tweet. That's why I don't know. I really don't know. Which two teams do you got in the Super Bowl? You know, I don't watch football, so I can't tell you who's hot, who's doing good. I just don't follow it. I haven't really been following sports at all. Not even the NBA. I know who's hot in the NBA, but like I really don't even follow them. When is Trump expected to sign crypto executive orders? Who knows? Maybe even today. Yesterday was the first day, keep in mind. Okay, a lot of people thought that he would do something yesterday. It would have been great, but keep in mind, it was not even a full day. It was a half day. The inauguration was like midday, and then, you know, I'm sure he had to sign a lot of, well, shake a lot of hands and do interviews and all that stuff. So it really wasn't a whole lot of time to do stuff. But, you know, starting today and moving forward, you know, honestly, I don't know how important the crypto executive orders are in terms of what's on his plate. But if he makes even anything, like, for example, even this, which isn't the biggest deal, but it is, if you think about it, like even something like this would be a really good start. Michael says, never saw Bitcoin to FOMO memes, even as experienced traders, got me at times. Yes. Basically, you could sell off anything other than Bitcoin. Try not to ever sell your Bitcoin, but you could sell off other stuff, but keep your Bitcoin. Have you seen a new SEC chair? He's the acting chair. I don't know if he will become the new chair, but, you know, sounds like he's pro crypto. So that's good. Are you going to put out a video on your Cybertruck makeover? Yes. There's going to be a video created on the wrap process, so that'll be on my other channel, Drivers Only, when it's done. Probably this weekend. I'll be able to pick up the car today, but it's like extremely cold right now. Is Ethereum losing its luster? Yes, it has been for a long time. What's happening to Pepe, bro? Nothing. Nothing's happening. People are jumping into new memes. I don't know if you guys saw this. Even, where's that headline? I saw... Even someone created a meme coin of Zach XBT and then sent him like half the supply, and then he cashed out. He sold at 50% instantly and dumped and caused that Zach XBT meme to dump by like 70%. It's definitely meme season. I don't know if I would, you know, I don't know if I could blame him because that's a whole lot of money. But on the other hand, he's been like, you know, he's been this crypto investigator that calls out everyone else that creates a meme and cashes out on a meme, and he did it himself now. It's wild. It's wild. You know, so that sets the stage for me to create a meme. Is it a good time to load on Jupiter? Is it still top 10 coin for a bull run? I'd say so. If Solana does well, Jupiter's go do well. It's really that simple. Jim and Company morning. What do you think about Cardano in 2025? It's going to do very well. Very well. One of the top American projects. I think it's going to do well. It has done well already, but it's taking a breather last month. I think, you know, once the market picks up again, it's going to do very well. Do you think U.S. traders will get access to Binance again? Sure. Maybe. I don't think so, though. But why? Why do you care? So many of the other exchanges are just as good now. Why does it even matter if you get access to Binance? Kitty Vlogs. George, honestly, when do you think the alt rally will be here? I've said this many times. This is not a surprise. It should not be a surprise. Altcoin season is at the very tail end of a cycle. Like usually the last few weeks or the month of the cycle. That means it's not going to come until the end of this year. It always has been like that. But this cycle, the alts have been much stronger than previous cycles, and there are some that have moved very well, even broken to all-time highs way before than they should have. So this notion that alt season or alts will rally so early doesn't fit the narrative. I mean, it never has. Altcoin season is always at the tail end when Bitcoin tops out. That's why we have alt season, because Bitcoin tops out and all the profits go into alts. But this time around is a little different, just a little bit different, because institutions are the ones leading the way with Bitcoin. They're not going to be selling for alts. So right now, I think most retail investors are aping into memes and trying to make money off of there. And if they make enough money with memes, then they could put it into the alts. I think that's how the alt season is going to transpire this cycle, from meme traders, not from Bitcoin holders. Mark is a new member. Welcome. If a meme coin is on a top exchange, such as Bohm, can I still tank and never recover? Yes. Many projects on Binance, just because they're on Binance doesn't mean that they're going to do well. They could just stay down forever. Doesn't matter if it's a meme or a project. If no one buys into it, especially memes, man. Memes get outdated really, really quickly because there are new memes. Just case in point, Trump coin came out and everyone aped into that. When that happened, a lot of memes got sold off because of it. Mr. Scooter Jr., CDC's U.S. exchange is about to launch. It's showing up in the app now. What is... I have no idea who that is. Is that supposed to be a good thing? Or some new project? I have no idea. Marshmallow. Coinbase is intentionally slowing down Sol transfers on the platform. Sol's competition. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they own Base. You know what? Base... I've had this take before. Base people don't like it. The only reason why Base got popular, and the only reason why something like Brett came along, was because Sol had its issues last year where they had to upgrade their network and because there's too much congestion. And during that like 2-week span when Sol was basically unusable, that's when Base got popular. And then you had Brett come out at the same time. But ever since then, ever since Sol recovered, there's nothing on Base. People only get listed on Base in hopes of getting listed on Coinbase. That's really it. But that's the reason why you don't see anything else launch on Base. Because Sol is the dominant chain to launch everything. That's my take. Base people or ETH people say, well, that's garbage. That's not true. But that it is. That's when Brett came out. That's when Base got hot, was when Sol went down. If Sol never went down, Base would be like nothing. And I still don't know what's on Base, to be honest. Besides Aerodrome and Brett, I don't know what else is popular on Base. Vladimir, what are your thoughts on Ondo? I said this. Their unlock is huge. It increased their supply by like 150%. It's best to wait it out. See what happens. I know a lot of it goes into treasury. Some of it gets locked up more and stuff. I don't know the exact details, but it's a whole lot of tokens that actually came out. So I would just like pause a little bit. What the US market is holding. To the person that keeps asking about Minecoin, I have no thoughts about it. You don't have to keep spamming it every minute. Usually if I don't answer you after you spam something like 4 times, it's intentional. Bonk filed for ETF. That's not. That's not gonna happen. There probably will be like a meme ETF. Like an individual bonk ETF is not going to exist in the US. But there could be like a meme ETF where you have like 5 memes or 4 memes in there. That will probably happen. Can Trump hit $100? Yeah, I didn't even really look at it. It's 8 billion still. That's pretty darn good. I mean, it held. Yesterday it dropped back to like 6, but it's held. Now it's close to 8 billion again. What's Melania? Yeah, Melania's down to 1 billion. If you're going ape into anything, Trump would be much better than Melania. I don't even know who would buy this. A lot of people saying Pepe got hit hard. How hard? $6.5 billion. I mean, from last month, for last month, it's only down 10%. What are you guys talking about? Got hit hard. If it was down like 30% last month, I would say so. But 10% last month. I mean, overall, alts did not do well in the last month. So it's fine. Popcat is dead. I mean, a lot of these like recent memes that blew up, like Popcat is one, Bohm is another one, and a few other memes. I don't know. Like they had their day. The problem with memes now is there's very little loyalty like before. You know, guys who are in Doge are very loyal. Guys, you could argue that was in Shiba last cycle is very loyal. They held for years. But now, I don't know if the guys in memes are that loyal. Like even Pepe and Bonk and Whiff. You know, I don't think there's any loyalty. People that made money with them just, you know, they'll just jump into the next hot meme. And especially the ones that are a little bit newer and smaller. There are so many other ones now. You know, it'll be interesting after this cycle whether any of these new memes are going to hold their value or they're just going to keep dumping because people just keep going to new memes. James Bryce, retire out my VThor pump 200%. Well, 200% doesn't really Good for you, but I don't think that's enough to retire off of. Gary, new member, welcome. Can you check out Turbo's chart? Yeah, Turbo's another one that's fairly new. 400 million market cap. 1 month performance down 22%. It was just way too hot. It got listed on Binance and Coinbase and it pumped it up. Now it's down 20 something percent. But overall, it's still holding pretty well at 400 and something million. I remember for the longest time, it would be like around 100 million, 200 million. So it's still double from where it was back in like August and September. But something like Turbo, again, is to my point. People that made money on Turbo, they're not that loyal to it. They're just go jump into the next hot meme. But we'll see. Crypto Milk says people have little patience, will become rich in the end of this year. I believe so. Most, if not all, on CMC top 100, even a top 100, okay, even a top 20, top 10 will do at least a 5x, but most will do a 10x. So, you know, people never want to hear buy low, buy the dips. But man, right now is the golden opportunity before we go and make the next leg up for Bitcoin, and then the next leg up, and then the next leg up. By the time Bitcoin hits 200,000 plus, everything that you see on this list will be at least triple to quadruple its price. And then you'll realize how stupid it was to kind of be fearful about these levels. Trump ETF filed on X. Yeah, that's not. None of these are going to get approved, guys. None of these are going to get approved. I might as well create my own meme and file ETF. It's like, I'll do it from day one. As soon as it launches, I'll file for ETF. Trending coins. There's two other Trump coins. You have Trump and Pump Trump. Any updates on Polygon? No. No updates on Polygon. I already talked about this. If I come out with a meme coin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow Trump's model. I'm going to hold an enormous amount of supply, release a small amount of supply. And the reason for that is then I can make sure that it doesn't dump. And also, I would give it away. There would be no utility. Just basically a community fun coin where I would give it away for a contest, for my streams, for in-person stuff, at conferences, I'd give them away. That's what I would do. And then all the I Am George NFT holders are going to get a huge allocation. Because they deserve it. I'm really surprised this didn't pump Doge. I figure if this is on an official government website, you would figure it would do something, but it didn't. Percentage, can you still buy Georgia NFT? Yeah, I mean, some are still selling on the aftermarket or secondary market on OpenSea. But there's a lot of impersonators, so you got to make sure it's the official ones. I was never able to get that blue check mark on OpenSea. Dana, do you agree that next cycle will be harder to make money from crypto? You could argue it gets harder because the market cap of all the good projects go up, but there's always new projects, okay? And of course, new narratives, like AI narrative didn't exist in previous cycle. So AI is going to make a lot of people a lot of money this cycle. And there's always new memes, you know, so yes and no. It's going to be harder to make money with Bitcoin because it's going to keep on getting bigger every cycle. But the newer stuff, there will always be newer stuff. Thanks for the $2 Subway footlong. I'll take your $2 and ban you from the channel. So, bonus for me. Trump is not going to say anything positive about BTC while he's stacking. It'll be counterproductive. Yeah, no. It kind of makes sense, but it doesn't. He has enough. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't really have anything good to say about that. All right, guys. I guess we'll have to wait until tonight to see that big pump. We start out the day good, above 105,000. Now we have retraced back down to where we were yesterday. But I guess Wall Street is undecisive right now in terms of what to think about Bitcoin, crypto, the executive orders that may come. But it doesn't matter. Does not matter because we know what's coming. We know how great Bitcoin is, and any opportunity that we have to load up more, I think is a good opportunity to load up more. So that's it. Stay strong, my friends. I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll see where the market is then. All right. Have a good one. Take care.